Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Brew, presented by TheTickTalk. It is now the morning of Friday, December 10th, and up until yesterday, the securities we cover have been recovering from last week's correction quite powerfully. On Thursday, we saw a little bit of a pullback, but is that a sign of things to come? Let me know down in the comments if you think we're just catching a breather, if this is an effect of uncertainties regarding Omicron, or if we're headed for that long-awaited bear market. Today we'll be discussing resistance and support levels driven by various Fibonacci regressions within the S&P 500, Apple, AMC, AMD, BlackBerry, DOCU, GameStop, Netflix, PayPal, and Tesla, as well as the cryptocurrencies Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you have a position you would like to discuss, please let us know in the comments below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate your support. Alright, let's get started with SPY, Spider's ETF that tracks the S&P 500. On Thursday, SPY spent the morning attempting to beat $468.40 as it had done on Tuesday and Wednesday. This line of resistance showed its robustness by rejecting SPY beyond its $467.33 support line. After hours, SPY crawled back to $467 and found that it did not yet have the strength to recover. From SPY, let's move on to Apple. There's a lot of excitement here as Apple has been closing in on a record $3 trillion market cap. Analysts have suggested investors should not worry about supply chain constraints, and the stock nearly broke 175.85 resistance in the process of reaching a new high of 176.75. This resistance continued to fight off the positive sentiment, and by the end of the day, reigned supreme by rejecting the stock back towards 173.88 support. Should that support fail, there are multiple lines ready to catch Apple on the way down. If the positive sentiment prevails and 175.85 resistance is broken, Apple has to deal with a much stronger resistance at 178.03 before making the march $5 up to a $3 trillion market cap. Now let's talk about AMC. Resistance at $32.06 going to be beat today, and rejection sent the stock tumbling before market close. While AMC landed on the $29.48 support line, the stock continued to struggle after hours and is now resting on $28.85 support. If that fails, there's increasingly stronger support on the way to $29.48. If it can see a resurgence today, it now has to deal with some weaker resistance before marching back towards $32.06. Here's AMD, which also found itself rejected and fell through fairly strong support at $141.34 and $140.71 before catching itself around $138. There's much stronger support at $136.69 should the need arise, but AMD is going to have to fight to climb past $141.34 again if it's to drive upward. Moving on to BlackBerry. BlackBerry fell a bit less dramatically, but it looks like our concerns yesterday were warranted. Support at $8.96 appears to have stopped its descent, but after hours, 9.04 resistance kept the stock from starting any real recovery. Next up, DOCU. DOCU's morning launch was also met with rejection before catching itself around 148 above 146.67 support. 150.25 resistance could be easy to beat, but if it falls further, 143.09 and 138.67 are ready to catch it before the stronger 131.51 has to come into play. Moving on to GameStop, where it appears the positive news from Wednesday's earnings call was sold. It did catch itself at 151 though, without falling to strong support at 145. If it can come back and beat resistance at 159.03, it could run back up towards 168.74 and 174.73 before we know it. If it falls further, 145 is ready to catch it. Netflix pulled back from its climb on Thursday as well, falling through 625.09 before landing on 613.21 support. After hours saw the stock slide just below this line, but if it comes back strong today, we could easily see it jump back to the 625 area again without much hassle. If it falls further, stronger support at 593.29 is ready to catch it. Then there's PayPal. It looks like PayPal's run came to an end with a rejection from 197.64 prior to falling below 193.16. It landed around 191 though, well above 187.62 support, so if it can turn around and resume its run, it could turn 193.16 into support once more rather quickly. Now let's talk about Tesla. Tesla's rejection at 1,071.24 turned out to be catastrophic, as it fell through numerous support lines before landing around the 1,021 line by the end of the day. After hours it fell further, even breaking support at 987.31. This could easily be erased in the morning's trading, however, because this should be a difficult support line to break. The march back up to 1,049 should be largely uneventful if investors buy the dip today. Finally, let's talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. As a reminder, I'm using TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim platform, so the best depiction I can provide is through their futures. They track essentially the same, so this information should hold true. Bitcoin fell further, but found support at 47,863. There's two ways to look at this one. Either the progress made over the last week of recovery has been erased, or this is another opportunity for investors to buy the dip. With enough traders in the latter mentality, coming back to the realm of 52,000 soon is not unheard of. Finally, Ethereum. Ethereum fell further and is currently trading between support at 3,935.5 and resistance at 4,163.8. With positive sentiment, the strong resistance to beat is still around 4,400. If it falls further, though, it does still have a decently strong support. And that's it, everybody. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It really means a lot. Please leave a comment down below if you'd like to discuss other stocks or just want to talk about what we've discussed today. Have a fantastic weekend.